From 1976 to 1983, a dirty war was waged in one South American country. In Argentina, South America's most southern country, a military dictatorship organized a campaign against suspected left-wing political opponents. It is estimated that between 10,000 and 30,000 citizens were killed in the campaign, known as Guerra Sucia. Many of these citizens were disappeared by the Argentinian secret police. During this period, the human rights of many Argentinians were violated by the Argentinian government. In fact, violation of the freedom of expression, right to democratic representation, right to life, protection from torture and the right to a fair trial were just some of the dictatorship's transgressions. On March 29, 1976, after the Argentine president Isabel Perón was deposed for incompetence, a military junta appointed General Jorge Rafael Videla. Videla closed the National Congress, imposed censorship, banned trade unions, and brought state and municipal government under military control. Meanwhile, Videla initiated a campaign against suspected dissidents throughout the country. The regime set up hundreds of clandestine detention camps where thousands of people were jailed and persecuted. Lefty guerrillas, known as Montoneros, had been widely active in the country, so the Argentine government, which maintained that it was fighting a civil war, initially faced little public opposition, but this began to change in the late 1970s, with growing evidence of civil rights violations by the junta. The Mothers of the Plaza de Mayo, an association of women who had lost their children and grandchildren in the dirty war, began calling international attention to their desaparecidos, the disappeared persons. They soon got the attention of the Argentine secret police, and the foundress, Azucena Villaflor, was targeted by them. Villaflor was found dead in one of the detention camps. At the end of the dirty war in 1981, Videla was succeeded by General Roberto Viola, who was unable to control his military allies. In December, he was pushed aside by the General Leopoldo Galtieri. Galtieri faced a slumping economy and increased civil opposition to military rule. After Galtieri launched Argentina's failed invasion of the Falkland Islands, he was removed from office. General Reinaldo Pignone was installed as Argentine president on July 1, 1982. Under Pignone, political parties were allowed to resume activities and general elections were announced. The junta had ended and the democracy was restored when Raúl Alfonsín won the presidency in the elections of 1982. However, it would take many years for Argentina to recover from the persecution of its citizens under the military junta.